after lunch we'll try again.
Yes, Mother.
We'll find the money. Meanwhile, we have this little nest, quiet and cozy, without that dreadful family.
Yes, Mother.
Gordon? Gordon!
What's going on, guys? It's the Venom Xenomorph, and welcome to a brand new episode of Alien Game News. Today we have something extremely exciting for everyone. We might be looking at Alien Isolation 2. I'm giving a pause here just to let your brains register that. We might be looking at a second Alien Isolation. Now, let me explain. Cold Iron's game is still, like, there still isn't a whole lot of news on Cold Iron's game. All we know is that it's going to be an MMO shooter, MMO first-person shooter, and it's going to be in the Alien cinematic universe. Knowing that it's going to be a shooter, it's going to be an Aliens video game, which was all covered in my last video, if you guys want to check that out. But in this video, we're discussing its possible competitor. The developers of Alien Isolation, Creative Assembly, just got a first-person shooter IP teased, but nobody knows what it is. Neil Blomkamp, which was the District 9 director, was hanging out at the Creative Assembly studio to check out a new FPS IP, which is a first-person shooter intellectual property. Now, if you don't know what an intellectual property is, it's pretty much just like a trademark or a copyright. But anyway, let's get that out of the way. There's not much, I'm going to quote the article here, and I might show it on the screen. There's not much here in the way of concrete information, but that has never stopped anyone on the internet from engaging in an old-fashioned round of speculation. Blech, I wish I could speak. Some have already stated that this could be related to a new Alien title, but the fact that the studio referred to the project as an IP does throw a bit of cold water on that theory. Still, Blomkamp has previously stated that he's a huge fan of Alien Isolation, and it would be great to see the studio work on an action-oriented sequel that is to Isolation what Aliens was to Alien. This could be it, guys. We could be looking at the sequel to Isolation as a first-person shooter, similar to what everyone was expecting Alien Blackout to be, but it's going to be made by the guys who made Isolation. This is big, because this means that we're not just going to get, like, if all the cards play in our hands. Like, I know I'm jumping the gun here, but if all the cards play in our hands, if we get exactly what we're hoping for, we're not just going to get one, we're going to get two Aliens first-person shooter video games coming out real soon. And that is very interesting, because that means that that Cold Iron was like, yeah, we're going to make an Alien shooter, it's going to be awesome, and Creative Assembly was like, well, we made Isolation, so you know what? Bring it on. And now they're going to make a competing Alien game. Because I believe that they still have the rights to Alien. I believe that they have the proper rights to Alien to make a sequel to Isolation. And it would be so cool to have two Alien shooter video games. Like, maybe in the same year? Maybe in the same time frame? Who knows? Alien Isolation, I don't know how long of a project that was. All I know is that they did a very, very well done job. Obviously, this game took a lot of patience to work with, but that's besides the point. What the point is that the game that they're planning to work on next, will probably be taking just as long as Isolation, if it is an Alien video game, because it needs that level of patience, because they are aware that Isolation was one of their biggest hits, and because of that, they need to make sure that they don't screw anything up again. Obviously, they did a very well job this time. Like with Isolation, they won't be able to screw it up that bad next time, and I'm super pumped personally. A lot of people are kind of hating on the fact that, like, in the last video I mentioned how Alien Blackout was a disappointment and a failure. I mean those in the ways that I dislike the game. Like, the game itself might be a success. Who knows? I haven't played it. I'm not personally willing to spend $5 towards something that Fox just wants to grab money out of. It to me, it's not worth it. But so I don't know. I don't know if Blackout is a fantastic game or not. I have seen gameplay on the internet, and for a mobile Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff in the Alien universe, the graphics aren't that bad. The game looks pretty good, but it's still nothing like what we were looking forward to. So it was still a disappointment, and to me, it was still kind of a failure because they even came out and said this is not a sequel to Isolation. This is just using the same character, which I don't even think should be allowed. If you're gonna make that kind of game and you're gonna make it like a successor to Isolation, if not a sequel, because of using the same character, then at least try to change it up a little. Like, in the game, from what I've seen, there are references to Isolation, mentioning Sevastopol Station and stuff. But it's not a sequel, and we need a sequel, and I hope that Creative Assembly is making this sequel for us. There isn't a lot of information on this. There's just this one article by the Den of Geek, and it's exciting. It's very exciting. This announcement, by the way, came literally like a few days after Blackout was released. What a lot of people are expecting is that it will just be a new franchise. Like, Creative Assembly is just going to work with someone else or something different and just make it a shooter. Who knows? But everybody's crossing their fingers at this point, hoping that this is going to be an Isolation 2 with like the best possibilities in their outcome. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited. Let me know down below if there's stuff that you like are extremely excited for. Anything specific, like do you also hope that this is going to be an Isolation 2 with an Aliens role model? Do you as well believe that this is going to be a competitor to Cold Iron's Alien video game? I might, like, regardless of when and how these games come out, I'm going to buy both. I'm going to buy Creative Assembly's new shooter game, even if it's not an Alien game. But I will definitely be buying Cold Iron's game. I know I said that about Blackout, but I did technically think that Blackout was the Cold Iron game. And I'm pretty sure that the majority of hate that came for Blackout was on the premise that Blackout was that Cold Iron game, but it wasn't. So I'm not going to be buying Blackout. I don't expect anything out of me for Blackout, but do expect a ton from Cold Iron's Alien game, and do expect a ton from this possible Isolation 2 game. I am super excited. I cannot wait for either one of these games to share a bit more information. I'd love to hear if there's an Isolation 2, but I would also like to hear more on the other Alien game, the Cold Iron game, because I feel like we're kind of losing it a bit in terms of the Cold Iron game. We're starting to lose the feel, and that's very bad, because with Blackout's disappointment, I think the Alien franchise is in a lot of danger, especially with the Disney-Fox merger. I think that's finally been confirmed. Like, they did say January 2019 or so. So I don't know. There are some news aspects based on Disney's involvement with the Alien vs. Predator franchise and how it might still be rated R versions, but I don't want to I don't want to try and hype any of that up. With the craziness that happened with Blackout and with these two games, I think the plate's full already. We can't jump the gun and count the chickens before they hatch with Disney's take on Alien. We just gotta play the cards as we're given them with these new games. And yeah, we just gotta sit down, sit strong, and just hope it works out. But yeah, I think that's all the time I've got. Let me know in the comments. Are you excited for Creative Assembly's new game? Are you excited for Cold Iron's Alien game? Do you think I should get Blackout and play Blackout? If not, that's fine. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, leave a like, subscribe. As always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more awesome content.